In life, there's comfort, and then there's food. And then there's that beautiful intersection when the two come together. This is that kind of place.
It's a beautiful day, don't you know? It's a beautiful day.
This is The Thread.
Rick, what's going on, man?
How we doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, even better now that I'm here.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I needed some comfort.
Get some
food.
fried chicken going for you.
I'm ready to go, man.
There we go.
How are things going?
Things are great, man. We've been really blessed here. Things are going good. Meat and Threes were kind of like the town gathering place, town restaurant back in the day in the South. They kind of started out as like kind of country cafes and kitchens for field workers and blue-collar workers where they could go get a hearty plate of food before they went back out to work. And they kind of evolved into like a real gathering place where you'd see blue collars and white collars all sharing the table over a big plate of fried chicken or a daily menu. We liked that idea a lot. We liked the idea of having like a gathering place for people of all walks of life to come together, share a table, and to create like a community and a place of fellowship. Everybody can kind of relate to the food because it reminds them of a loved one or, you know, somewhere they grew up, you know, in a setting that's a little bit different, and they have to share that table. It's a pretty cool thing. I've had customers that came up, you know, and they were like, man, you know what you said to me the first time I came in here? You guys were really busy and there was nowhere to seat, and you told me that if I wanted to sit, I had to sit next to somebody, and I did. And you know what? We sat there and had some of the best conversation the whole time. It was totally out of my comfort zone. And now these are repeat customers, and they'll just, you know, anytime they get the opportunity, jump next to somebody and kind of sit down and start making a friend. So, you know, I think we're achieving the goal. Of course, we want to pay people well. Of course, we want to take care of them. But we want to create careers for these people. So the idea is to continue to grow the restaurant, grow the footprint, and have the staff grow with us. Let's take like Eddie, for instance. You know, he's been working as a dishwasher at restaurants and not making any money. Met him one day at lunch in another restaurant, and he came on board here, and you know, now he's making like $15, $16 an hour. He's not just wanting to wash dishes, he's out here greeting customers.
I was like, no, I can't do this, I won't do this, I won't do this, I want to do it. But then when I started serving tables and waiting doors and meeting people, and it's like, oh, okay, I can do this. So I'm like A1 at it now, so it's pretty good.
You're a people person.
I didn't know that until then. Like, yeah, I'm a people person, you can say that. It means a lot. It's like my #1 thing right now. Like, I look forward to coming to work every day. It means a lot.
That's the thing that keeps me going, really. Like, it started out as food was my passion, and now it's like people are my passion. You know, we see a lot of the same faces every week, you know, multiple times a week even, and you know, it's not just the food, it's the sense of fellowship, the sense of community.
Rick, man, I'm so glad things are going well here. I want to be a part of what's going on here.
Let's get in the kitchen.
Yeah, man, put me to work.
Start shaking some baskets.
I'm good to go, man. I'm very handy.
Yeah, I bet you can cook some greens.
Oh, I can do that. This is where the magic happens, right, Rick?
It is where the magic happens.
All right.
So what you want to do is kind of toss them in there and get that flour kind of worked onto it real good. Toss them in the basket.
Boom. Shake it up a little bit. That chicken's taking a bath. Got 2 meatloaves, smoke them. Just give me a beat. I love my wife, I love my baby, I love my potatoes slapped in gravy.
There you go, there you go.
This is a special hot sauce?
Yeah, this is see how it gets nice and red?
Oh. Here it is, Grace, meat and 3.
Boom,
see what I did there? Meat and 3, see what I did? Order up. The chicken's looking good, isn't it, Rick?
That chicken's looking good, Tim.
It's getting there, just a few more minutes.
Couple more minutes.
Man, I love what you're doing here. And hey, while we're waiting on this chicken, I gotta tell you about this place I found in Illinois. It's called Equipping the Called, and they are moving to the needs of foster families in an amazing way.
Equipping the Called is an organization that serves foster families and safe families and children in crisis. My husband and I, after raising 2 biological children almost to adulthood, decided to start over and adopt 3 children with special needs from the special needs program in China. When we got back, we just felt like we still wanted to do things within the adoption community, and we heard about foster families and how they were getting children in the middle of the night with no coats or shoes or very little clothing, and so we just wanted to do something and give back. Initially, we had 1 basket that we made for a family, and then some people in the neighborhood and in the community heard about us, so they started dropping off donations. So pretty soon we were in our dining room and we were in our kitchen, and so then we rented a storage unit briefly, but we outgrew that with donations. So we moved everything into my garage. A lot of times they'll get these children, they may not receive any assistance from the state if they're in the foster care system for a while. And you know you need socks and shoes and underwear or diapers, formula, clothing, all that adds up. And so we wanted to be able to offer our resources for people to come in and just get things at no cost. You go to our website, equippingthecalled.org, and there at the top of the website says appointments, and then you just select an appointment time, and a family gets a 1-hour shopping experience here. We lock the doors, so it's private, and the kids can kind of run around. We have a play area, and the parents can shop for what the kids need, and if the kids are older, they have a say in what they get to pick out. Sometimes I've been called the clothing snob because I'm very picky about our donations. But this is not because I want to be a snob. This is because children should go to school and look just like their peers. So they should wear basically what is in style. I don't want you to feel like you're walking into a thrift store. I want you to feel like you're walking into a beautiful boutique or a store that you would enjoy shopping in. To just be able to help people, that's all that, we really want to do. I love to shop myself, so for people to come in and get nice things that I would purchase for my own kids at no cost to them is just really a lot of fun. It's a really example of boots on the ground and being in the community, because that's what we're about, is community. So when people come in, that's everything to us, is we are ministering to the community. People have been called to take care of these children in hard circumstances, and it's not easy. So much of a need for foster families, and so if we can just give back a little bit to help them do what they're doing, that's rewarding in itself.
So cool what Julie's doing there at Equipping the Call. Beautiful. And it's so awesome that she's able to step into a passion of hers. She loves to shop, and now she's able to make that shopping experience special for these foster families.
Love it.
I love it. And I love this chicken I just pulled out. Look at that. Ooh-wee. How did I do?
That'll make some happy kids out there.
Pretty even?
Nice even coating, no dark spots, no burnt spices. That's some good chicken, buddy.
Thank you. Hey, Threadheads, you no doubt know Don Brown.
Don Brown Chevrolet, Don Brown Chevrolet, Don Brown Chevrolet.
And you probably know that Don has a flair for fashion and a knack for cars, but he also has a heart for people.
I learned from my father a long time ago, it's not about one person, it's about the entire community. It is a car business, but it's a people business. It's about the people. It's not about the products, it's about the people.
If you're in the market for a car, come to Don Brown, where it's people over process.
And we're proud to be part of the Thread family, and we'd love to be part of your family.
Hey, Threadheads, welcome to Season 3. I hope you're enjoying the show. We are so thankful to be here each and every Saturday morning on Fox 2. But we want to let you know, this is not a Fox 2 show. This is a nonprofit, independent 501c3 show. And we need your support to keep it going. Please go to our website, thethreadstl.com, hit the donate button, and help support this mission. If you believe in what we're doing, please help us continue to thread up, y'all. MSD Sewer Patrol here, reminding you this winter to take it easy on the salt. Salt on top of snow is a no-no. Try shoveling first. Too much salt ends up in our creeks and streams, causing pollution, damaging our property, fish, and other natural habitat. You wouldn't do this to your food, would you? So why are you doing it to your driveway? Go to stlmsd.com for more information. Hey, less shaking, more scooping. It's hard to believe we're in Season 3 of The Thread, considering that in the beginning, Virginia and I knew next to nothing about owning a show or running a nonprofit. Circle of Advisors Securest has been a part of the Thread Circle of Advisors since day one, walking alongside us as we walk out this new journey that God has called us to. And if they can help a couple of hot messes like me in Virginia, they can certainly help you too.
Tim, we've been proud to walk alongside of the Thread, and we'd be honored to walk alongside of you too.
How'd I do in the kitchen, man?
Did pretty good, Tim.
Not bad?
The chicken was looking good.
Now, I know this is your favorite part. Getting out here and talking to folks and seeing how they're enjoying the food you prepared for them.
Love it, love it.
All right, ooh, this is the food I made.
Maybe.
Should I be nervous?
If not, you know, if they didn't like it, I think it's on you, buddy.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how you doing today?
How's the meal?
Fantastic.
Wonderful, hot.
We got a new guy in the kitchen today here, you know?
Working hard.
Yeah, yeah. Well, y'all enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Thank you
bet.
guys so much.
All right.
Good
So
job.
cool, they enjoyed it.
They loved it. They weren't mad at you.
No, that's good. That's good.
good.
Oh, it's so fun. That's good. Hey, I forgot to tell you about this other place I just found in Ladue. It's a retail and gathering place called the Nook. It's all volunteer run,
That's
and it all
amazing.
benefits Children's Hospital.
The Nook is a non-for-profit place. It's a gift and gathering store. 100% volunteer run, and all profits go to St. Louis Children's Hospital. The gift part is retail, and we have men's, women's, and children's, and unique gifts and Missouri-made items. The gathering space is both a place for people to come and relax and enjoy themselves, and also a place where people can take classes or reserve the space for a group of friends. I feel very much that people need to put down their phones and interact with everyone, and I do think that there is a yearning, a loneliness in many people to connect. We kept that in mind as we started this. We want to build bridges, and people of all ages, all faiths, all different school backgrounds, all different ethnic backgrounds. We want everyone to be able to come here and enjoy each other and some camaraderie. Children's is a gem in our community, and the kids there are treated by the doctors, by the nurses, by the staff as a whole child, and not just their illness is treated, but they are loved and embraced and cared for. My daughter was there when she was young with a burned foot, and I've always been a volunteer in hospitals, and so it's been a part of my heart. My kids are either in college or heading toward college, and the opportunity to be part of this great community and to give back to it is, it's a blessing. I think this is the kind of idea that it wouldn't leave me alone. And I felt strongly that if something doesn't leave you alone, there's a reason for it. Probably about 2 years ago, I first started thinking about it, and then I asked my business partner, Laura Goodlow, to join me.
I've always wanted to find a really good fit for me to volunteer and do something good.
And then we kept on onboarding more and more volunteers who were interested in various aspects. I would say we have a team of about 8 of the executive team, and then we have probably 80 volunteers who come in and help run the store. But really, this is a community effort, and our hope is that the Nook will grow and become a place that people just feel comfortable either coming and enjoying, or taking a class, or coming for a gift. There is an international spouse group, and one of the women who came here had a PhD but isn't able to work here, so she started making jewelry. So she's from Brazil, and she sells her jewelry through the Nook.
You found your sweet spot.
Yes, I think I did.
Is that amazing or what?
That's beautiful.
I mean, 100% volunteer run. I mean, amazing. And they've all come together, and they've got, similar to you, they've got a similar mission. Yes, it's a retail space, but they also want it to be a gathering place for people to build community.
So cool.
Really cool. Yeah, you know, this is cool.
What's that?
I've got a chair and some questions. You know what that means?
What are we gonna do with that?
It's time for the hot seat.
Oh man, I love the hot seat.
Yeah, you know who's going in the hot seat?
Who's that?
It's you, buddy.
No, not me.
Yeah. It's the hot seat brought to you by Art Van Furniture. All right, it's time for the hot seat. We've got Rick Lewis in the hot seat, ready to go. Got his crew around him to support. We got 30 seconds on the clock. Clock will start after I ask the first question. The theme is threes, as in Grace Meet and 3. Everything has to do with threes. We good? You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, Mo, Larry, and Curly are known as?
Oh yeah, the Three Stooges.
Yeah, Brothers Robin, Barry, and Maurice Gibb are better known as...
I have no idea. What is anybody?
Staying alive.
Bee Gees?
Yeah! In baseball, if you get 3 of these at the plate, you're out.
Strikes.
Yeah, there you go. This popular sandwich is often referred to as a BLT.
What?
This sandwich is referred to as a...
Oh, bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Yeah! And finally, in basketball, if Johnny receives the pass with 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter with 3 defenders in his face and shoots a 3-point shot and makes it, how many points is the shot worth?
3.
Yeah! Absolutely!
Get that other finger up there.
Hey, Rick, guess what?
What?
You just conquered the hot seat! Art Van Furniture.
Art Van Furniture is declaring an urgent winter weather emergency sale. Huge snowfall and sub-zero temperatures have every warehouse overstocked, so everything must go. And go now. Sofas, sectionals and recliners, bedrooms, home accessories, and mattresses. Huge discounts near, at, and even below cost. And right now, take up to 25% off the lowest price. Plus, get 0% financing for up to 50 months. It's a winter weather emergency sale at Art Van Furniture.
Do you know someone who is committed to changing lives in your community? Well, don't keep it a secret. Tell us about it. We're always looking for story ideas from all around the area, and you can help us find them. If you know of a neighbor or a good Samaritan devoting their time and talents to helping others, then go to our website and send us an email to sowhat@thethreadstl.com. You can also contact us on our Facebook page, and you just might see it on the thread because we love sharing the good news happening all around our town.
Our first mission is to bring glory to God. That's why we're here. We have a talent, it just happens to be banking.
So M1 Bank is banking on a mission fueled by the power of purpose.
It gets a point in your life where you got to live it every day, not just believe it.
I'm believing that this is going to catch on and we're all going to thread up.
For us in our house, this is how we're going to serve the Lord and His purpose. And we're going to do it through the financial institution that happens to be called M1 Bank.
What? Our time's almost up together already? You mean I gotta wait till next Saturday? That's way too long. We gotta catch up during the week. I got a great idea. Hey, why don't you follow us on social media? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, we've got content that doesn't actually fit on our 30-minute show, right? And we're adding new messages all the time, so follow us, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's our way to keep up with you throughout the week, and we can thread up all week long. Follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. See you soon. So good, Rick. Y'all do an amazing job here.
Thank you, Tim.
And I love that it's a part of a bigger mission. I love that, which reminds me of another story. Corner Coffeehouse in Ferguson. It's been shut down, closed. It's now been bought and is being repurposed by Jonathan Tremaine Thomas.
It's amazing.
His mission, well, you got to hear it.
Civil Righteousness, Inc. is a 501c3 organization that exists to pursue cultural reconciliation and restorative justice through spiritual, cultural, and economic renewal. Part of what we do and how we do it is we engage in justice, we mobilize allies, we build bridges, and restore community. The restoring community piece is where our coffee shop venture here comes in. This has a real special meaning to longtime Ferguson residents. I'm not from here, and to be brought in during the unrest that Ferguson is now famous for, and then moving here and seeing how, just how hurt people were on either side of the issues. People are looking for hope. They're looking for signs of restoration. I think it gave hope to the community to see a place like this that is a sign, has always been kind of a cornerstone, so to speak, in the community, and to know that it's not going away. Historically, in minority communities, the corner is a place of transaction, whether that's for good or for evil. We want this place to become a place of exchange. It becomes an intersection between really great coffee, right? You know, really great food, really great atmosphere, but also a place of exchange between community and culture. I did not plan to move here. I came just to pray during the unrest in Ferguson. My little brief prayer trip turned into about a 60-day missionary assignment, and 5 years later, we live here. So, you know, we came because my wife is also, she is not African American, she is Caucasian. We've had to navigate in our own lives certain cultural differences, but we've learned how to walk out a transcendent love. Living here, you know, Ferguson is one of the most quaint, beautiful communities that we've actually lived in. But there are two Fergusons, you know. There's predominantly white Ferguson and there's black Ferguson. We throw out these justice words today because there's so many social justice movements, but the original justice movement in the earth was the one that Jesus initiated on the cross. He comes to make wrong things right. I could have navigated my entire life under the slander of my cultural experience and the pain of it. But when I exchanged that primary identity for my identity in Christ, who He says I am, a renewal took place on the inside of me. And now I've been tasked with the mission of renewing not only other people, but renewing the places where people live. I have an assignment, and that assignment is to see that renewal take place in every sphere of this society. When I think about the challenge in front of us, I think that it's not insurmountable. I think that we have to create a space, which is what we aim to do here, where the two Fergusons can come together with shared ownership and enter into the pain of our shared history, but then move forward into the beauty of our shared destiny.
What a mission. And it all flows through a coffee shop. People coming around the table to have conversations and build community and relationships. You know, it's all about the table. When we come around the table, walls are broken down. That's why Rick is all about the table at Grace Meat and 3. He's a gifted chef, and he said, let's put some great food out there so that we can bring people around the table and grow community. How about Julie Tracy with Equipping the Called? She has a passion for shopping and clothes, and she's using that to serve and minister those who are called to foster children. And it's a ministry. It's a form of ministry. Just like that which is going on at the Nook. It's a retail store, but it's more than that. It's also a gathering space. A gathering space for people to come and have community and be community. And not just those that are visiting the Nook, but the community that's built between the 80+ volunteers that run it. You know, in 1 Corinthians 12, Paul is talking about the body of Christ being many members of the same body. And he's talking about how just because the foot is not a hand doesn't mean it doesn't have a role to play. Or just because the ear is not an eye doesn't mean it's not important. I mean, thinking if we're all hands and no feet, there's no way to move to those needs around us. If we're all feet and no hands, we can't reach out and touch and serve those who are in need. Without ears, we can't hear the cry of the needy in our area. And without eyes, we can't see the need that's right in front of our face. Barbara Glanz is an author and a speaker, and she was speaking to about 3,000 employees of a national grocery store chain. And she was talking about service and serving the customers and creating memories so that they'll come back. And at the end of the speech, she put up her contact information so people could share their stories of service with her. Well, she got a phone call from a young man named Johnny, and he said, "My name's Johnny, and I'm a bagger. I have Down syndrome, and I loved your speech, but I'm just a bagger. What can I do?" But then I thought to myself, you know, I love quotes and sayings, so I could print one out every day, have my father help me do it, and I could sign the back, and I could drop it in the bag of those who come through my line, and I can say, "I hope you enjoy my quote of the day. What do you think?" And Barbara said, "Johnny, I think that's great." About a month later, she got a call from the manager of that grocery store, and he said, "Barbara, you're not gonna believe what's going on here. I came in the store the other day, and one of our checkout lines had a line 3 times longer than the others. And I tried to move people from the back of that line to the front of others, but they wouldn't move. They all wanted to get Johnny's quote of the day. One woman used to come once a week. Now she comes 2 or 3 times a week just to see the smile on Johnny's face as he drops that quote in her bag." So he had a meeting with the rest of the employees of that grocery store, told him what Johnny was doing, and he began to catch on with others. The butcher began to put Snoopy stickers on the meat he wrapped and have conversations and jokes with those customers who received them. The floor department began taking the flowers that had broken stems and pinning them on the elderly women in the grocery store. The manager called Barbara back and said, "It's amazing what's going on here. We're having a blast serving, and the community's having a blast coming into our store." It's service. It's ministry. They're doing what they do, stepping into their passion to be the light of Christ in someone else's life. What's your gift? What's your passion? God wants to use that to minister to those around you, right where you are, to be the light of Christ in the lives of those who cross your path. Well, that brings us to the end, but not the end. You know what I'm talking about.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Tim. This is your birthday buddy, Lydia.
I'm Fitty.
Man.
I just wanted to say happy birthday and spread up, y'all.
Spot Media Production Group.